Okay. So for the itinerary for today, we're supposed to be going to cheat meals. Okay. So that's one of the first things we're doing. Well, allegedly, but cheat meals is happening at some point. And then we're going to ELN, but that is like my favorite coffee shop in London. And I go there every single time I'm in the city. So we're going there. And then we're going to Oxford Street, Camden Market, and we're supposed to be getting dinner somewhere. So that's the rough itinerary. If that all happens, I shall let you guys know. And as always, you guys are going to see what we end up doing, but that's our little tentative plan. And I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get on into it.
It was like a few things we got.
That's that me espresso. Guys, I know. It is the whole next day. I did not update you guys since I left my hotel yesterday. I'm just going to give you guys a synopsis of what we did and how I recommend things. So, the first thing that we did yesterday is we left and we ended up going to Nandos. And the area that we're in was in Marylebone. So Marylebone. We got the bus and went to that area. What we ended up doing was we went to this restaurant called Nandos, which is a very like popular chain that a lot of Americans when they come, they go visit this restaurant. The food there very healthy. I don't know why I thought Nando's was gonna be like a fried food chicken spot. I do not know why I thought that. That is not what Nando's is. Nando's, everything is grilled. It's a South African restaurant. They have like this super like sweet like chili sauce or chili jam that I use to dip my sandwich in, and the cheese appetizer that we got, I use that as well. I rate Nando's. Nando's I would rate because it's healthy. If you're into a healthy vibe and that's like something that like you want to like you don't want to like be geeked up on like fast food, or like you want to make sure you're putting something good into your system, I rate Nando's like 8.5 out of 10. I like Chipotle, Kava. If you're into those type of spots, like healthy ish, this would be your vibe. It is a sit down spot. It's not fast food, so you have to sit down, but you can order on your phone. So, yeah, we were in and out, but just keep that in mind. So that's where we got food. I'm looking at my notion because I have my whole itinerary on my phone. After we went to Nando's, we went to get matcha because I had not got matcha this whole trip and I needed matcha bad. So I got a matcha latte that me espresso. It was a matcha with a shot of espresso. Definitely, I drink matcha heavily, like heavily. The matcha definitely is very much of an earth taste, but the vibe of the restaurant is great. They make everything in front of you. It's a very nice environment. It's super cute inside. I enjoyed it. I had fun. One thing I will say, like I said, if you are not a matcha drinker, if you haven't had matcha before, I wouldn't recommend it. It's very matcha. It has giving the earth taste, especially with espresso. So espresso gives it also extra bitterness. And if you're just not used to drinking your coffee without cream and sugar, I can't recommend it. I cannot recommend it for you. If you like the whole Starbucks or the whole Dunkin' experience, you would not like this matcha shop. I enjoyed it though. Matcha quality. I was up all day, especially with the espresso. It kept me super energized and it curbed my appetite. I rate it 7 out of 10. Only because I've been to Japan. And I mean, I'm just trying to be grateful.
Hello. Keep walking, please. Eating more pizza.
So after that, we went to a bookstore called Daunt Books, which was also super nice. Daunt Books is a chain in England. I think they have some. I think I saw some of it in Paris as well. So I think it's like a chain in Europe. But the one that I went to was also in the same area that the Nandos and the How Matcha restaurant. I think the optics in there are so beautiful. It has like a world section, like a global section, and then it also has like an English speaking only section. It was also like just a really pretty bookstore. The thing that I would recommend about it though, so typically like when you go to a bookstore, everything is broken down by genre. So like your crime, your thrillers, your horror, your fantasy, your science fiction, your romantic fiction. You have your teenage, or what should you say, young adult, but here they call it teenage fiction, and all of that. But there, the fiction was just all fiction, and it wasn't sectioned off. So if you're not somebody that likes all the fiction or like nonfiction sectioned off into like what it actually is, I don't think you would enjoy this bookstore. I have to be honest. It's a huge labyrinth of books, but it's just not organized into like curated categories. It's just all alphabetized. That's not a problem. That's just a different way of doing things. But if you're trying to just do a quick in and out and you're actually just perusing for books, I think that you can want to budget probably an hour here just because you would need to really filter through or just like know exactly like what you're looking for, you know? Because like on one shelf, you'll see romantasy, thriller, crime, and fantasy all on one shelf, you know? And that's just like not what I'm used to in a shopping experience. And I feel like just keep that in mind. Overall, though, I had a time there. I ended up getting stuff. Daunt Books. I liked it. And so from there, we took I can't remember if we took the bus or whatever we took. We found our way to the British Library because I needed to use the bathroom, brush my teeth, and put my Invisalign in. I went to the British Library and I have a camera. As you guys can see, I film on it. That's why I'm using my mic. But I didn't know this. Like, because some people commented my last London trip about the British Library. There, basically, they have a museum as well. And so inside of it, I was looking at I found like the oldest Bibles like ever, like the oldest Bibles ever, like in existence. They had like a lot of like ancient texts from like different regions of the world, like spiritual texts, sacred texts, or just history across the world. It was honestly like I've been to a lot of museums, I like museums and things like that, but to go to a library, like a museum that is a library, and just like if you love books and like you have a love for like literature and just like the history of documentation, like writing, come to the British Library because I feel like you would really enjoy your time seeing how much books have evolved and like the care and work that goes into documentation and like our life, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, like, you know, and like, I don't know, like it was just a really, I don't, I don't want to be dramatic and say transformative experience, but it just was, I don't know, I just never have really seen like textbooks, you know, or like old text, like old manuscripts. Like I've never seen like I know they exist, but like I've never seen that in like real time. And so like just to see like how the writing was like everything had to be written by hand and like drawn by hand on each book and how much work went into a book to like now you can just type a book and print it off, you know? Like you can go create a book now and then have Amazon make a book for you. Like that was just like really cool to see, you know, and how much literature is respected and just writing in general is respected across the world. I thought that was really awesome. So that was great. Okay, I couldn't get on camera for you guys because they were tripping, but I did go to the bookstore and got some more birthday cards because it's a lot of birthdays coming up. This was like a really long day.